How do you install transition strips in between uneven vinyl plank flooring? In this video, I'm going to break it down for you. What's cracking? It's Carpet Mike here from CarpetExpertBlueprint.com, bringing all the tips, tricks, and strategies necessary to become a mediocre flooring installer. So, we have a vinyl reducer. We got it lined up in the doorway there. Now our next job is to take our knife and score that a few times, creating a little line in it, and then we're going to snap off what we need. And if you can't snap it off, you could just take a pair of tin snips, cut that line we just created, how we marked it with our knife there, and then once we're done snipping it off, we're going to go ahead and drop it back in that doorway, get it installed so we can hide the height difference between these two floors in the vinyl planks. So we're going to nip that off, and clearly I did some very poor camera work. Oh yeah, let's get you a better view. That might help you, right? All right, there we go. So we got a reducer cut. Make sure the edges are nice and clean, and if you have any bark on the tree there, just take your blade and clean that bark off. Nice sharp blade always works well there. So we're going to go ahead and line it up there. We're going to drop that down on the side. Boom. If everything's looking good, we're going to bust out the nails and send this thing home. So I'm going to be using the typical nails, finish nails that you can find at Home Depot, Lowe's, and the little packs there. If you don't have the nail gun, don't worry. These work just fine, and they come in handy on all these jobs. So we're going to go ahead and start about 4 inches in on the side here. This is going to be our starting point, and then we're just going to go ahead, sink that in. These things bend really easy too, so if you don't get in on the first try, don't smash your thumb. Don't lose your mind. Just keep working with it till you get it down proper like, and you'll be good to go. Look at these things just flying out everywhere. It's a little bit of a routine you got to get into, but once you got it, you're good to go. Now watch this. Now we're going to switch it up here because the floor is just bouncing way too much on me. Okay, we got it through. Life is good. Let's drive that home there and get that money. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as the transition strips go, you could get these things at all the big box joints, but that's where the money is made for the manufacturer. The flooring itself you could always find a deal on, but the transition strips you're going to pay upwards of $35-ish per transition strip. Now of course you can get them cheaper than that, but they're still going to run right around that each and every time, so keep that in mind. Just because you got a sweet deal on the flooring, you have to budget for these reducers. And when we're setting these things, set them about, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches apart. Obviously, each scenario is going to be different, and only do this when there is a wood subfloor underneath it. If it's concrete, we're going to glue those in. We just dropped a video this morning, so you can go back through the little playlist there and see if you can find that. If you have a concrete subfloor, I walk you through exactly how to handle that with some liquid nails. But this is all that is. Just any old finished nails you can get at any of the big box joints. A whole box of them, only $2. The transition strip's going to run you $30-ish, and you have a beautiful final product. Once you drive those nails home, give it a little wiggle. Make sure there's no give. If there is, just add a nail, and you could usually hide it within the pattern of the vinyl reducer strip as well. Sink it home on a good spot. It'll hide the head of it, and you'll be all the way good. Bam! Professional flooring installer. I'll see you on the next.